Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy
They
there.
got the wrong guy. The dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
This is the next search on February 28, 2020, 7:44 p.m. How, does the FBI find people? And people is misspelled P-E-O-O-P-L-E. Did the defendant find out how the FBI finds people in this case? Well, she found out.
I object. Because he's the guy.
Welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I'm the Recovery Addict. Good to have you here. Welcome. Come on in. Especially Jinx. Jinx, you're first in chat today. That means you have the internet. And by that I mean you have the duty to repair and maintain the internet throughout the rest of the day and throughout the weekend. So Jinx, I hope you're up for it because it's a big job. But luckily there are good people around to help. Look at this. Fala. Gifted 5 memberships and then another 5 memberships, I think. Hopefully that wasn't an accident, the second 5, but it looks like it came through twice. Thank you very much for the gifted memberships. 10 memberships just to kick things off. Might have just been 5 and it just showed up twice on my side. But thank you. Sometimes it does that. All right, we are going to be jumping back to court. And by court, I mean the courtroom wall. What is the link for Discord, please? Right there. Boom. ! Discord. That'll get it in chat. Let's see. We have deliberations are continuing. They're ongoing. As a matter of fact, we're at 10 hours and 52 minutes. I need to fix this little. I have to rebuild it every time I mess with it. It is verdict watch day, which means we get to do things a little bit differently. We get to sort of kick back and take it easy a little bit. And as part of that, Mrs. R.A. is doing a lot of, I don't know what you call it, spring cleaning, de-junking, KonMariing, I don't know what it is. So she was up in my closet, in the closet upstairs in the bedroom. I say it's my closet because I keep a lot of junk there, which makes it my closet. I'm where Judge Simpson is on. We're watching him. He's right here. We're watching. I've got it recorded. If Haley shows up, we'll jump over to that. But I don't think she's here. Anyway, we've watched all that. She hasn't shown up yet. She's up de-junking, and she found like old hard drives from computers long ago, long from back when I was a PC person.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Old hard drives. I've got like bags of old relics. We went to a guy's property and found just some amazing Indian relics, like bits of pottery and things like that, arrowheads, just crazy stuff.
Somebody just sent me a video of roaches fighting. I don't know who won.
I found one of my little pocket carrying things that I carry when I go metal detecting. I have to go big screen on this. Sorry. It's full of, like just some...
I'm not a camel.
I need to change the focus. One second. There we go. So
Squirrel.
bits of Indian pottery. Like that. Fired glaze. Looks really cool. We've got some bird points, some arrowheads. Oh, look at this one that's clear. That's crazy because of the green in it. That's pretty cool.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.
Parasol slide from old-fashioned, back in the day. This is a fired 3-ringer bullet from the Civil War. Fired bullet from the Civil War. That's pretty cool. This is part of a
Are we going to
clay
address
pipe
subject matter jurisdiction?
and some pipe stem.
Bring the jury.
Back in the day when they had those really long pipe stems, they would just break off pieces when it got clogged with tar. Lots of cool things. We've got olds. I think this is a really old dog tag, like stamped dog tag.
When are we going to break for lunch, Judge?
harmonica reeds, blue feather edge pottery. You know you're on an old metal detecting site when you can find some of this right here. Blue feather edge. Green is good as well. Some old tokens, trade tokens. What does it say? Eagle billiards. Anyway, found this, he's the guy. And that took me down memory lane as I found, this is what the sort of stuff I like finding when I'm metal detecting, digging around in the dirt. And then I found something else. I found a box of goodies that I'm not sure. I don't know. Do I auction these off with Ian tomorrow or what? But like a box of collector's coins.
And now let Murdoch stole it.
These big coins. They're in collector's pouches. This one happens to be for the American Civil War, Battle of Gettysburg. It's a two-sided coin
object.
with the North and the South flags as well as the cannon. Just little bits of history. Or our very own North Carolina Wright Brothers coin. And this is a spinner coin. The middle actually rotates and flips and spins. It's got the Wright Brothers on one side and the plane on the other. I'm thinking maybe we can auction something off because this is North Carolinian. Maybe we'll send some of these. So this is cool, and this is what I was getting to. And then I have this. I have a bag of these hat pins, and a bag of these hat pins, and they're highly inappropriate. This one is talking about deer, and people that go deer hunting, they always want one that has a larger set of antlers, and so it says, bigger racks are better because less than a head full is a waste. So this is for deer hunters. There's that one. And then there's this little spring-loaded googly eye one that just says, my eyes are up here. I don't know. So I have a whole bunch of inappropriate hat pins. They were given to me. I didn't order those. A guy had a business where he was selling all these items, and he's like, I can't use these anymore. Do you want them? And he just gave me a ton of them. So I have hundreds of hat pins and a handful of those coins. Not sure what I'm going to do with them, but I figure what better way to get rid of them than during Ian's live stream.
This is not Burger King. People do not get to have it their way.
Anyway. So let's go back to court really quickly. 10 hours and 42 minutes of deliberation so far. The jury's deliberated. We've been wrong and wrong and wrong again and again as we wait for trial to conclude with a verdict, and the jury's just not there yet. So we're anticipating a verdict today. Oh, I think everyone's hopeful for one, but the longer it goes, the more the possibility of a hung jury just looms out there. And
because he's the guy.
And we'll see. We've been doing some court hopping. This morning we did a little bit of landlord-tenant court hopping as well with Judge Simpson. We're watching him right now because he's got this going on.
It's going to have to be Sunday or Monday.
Back, taking it easy.
I need to go this up.
Yeah. He's doing some more landlord-tenant stuff. Josh, I see buffer, but what does it mean? I just see buffer, but there's no message with it. Maybe it's the previous message he wants me to pin. Just 1 second. There we go. Pinned. Every auction winner receives an inappropriate hat pin. Oh my goodness! I could just send them to Ian because he sends a lot of stuff out. I could just send them all to Ian and say, "Here, send out some inappropriate hat pins with all your auction stuff." Tell us jury was methodical. This jury might be doing the same. I'll have to pay to receive them. Not if I cover that. I know there's import duties, but I think he can cover that on the shipping side. And I could square that away with him. Ian had a trick-or-treater accidentally take a gun hat last night. What? A gun hat? What is... I've got to figure out what's up with that. Wore my orange prison break hoodie to hand out candy. We had two escaped convicts costumes last night. I thought if they only knew. If they only knew. Hey, Mrs. Ori. Yeah, I am. Do you want to talk? I see you're eating popcorn. Did you make more popcorn?
You don't have to out me. They didn't know that.
The popcorn was all gone when there was like 3 pieces left. Was that the last piece? No? You made more? Oh. Check text. I'm checking. Mrs. Ari is getting a chair. We'll have her with us here shortly. Ooh, South Carolina has some action. We'll follow that later, not live at this point. He likes to sue people. At least he likes to threaten to sue people. That's the pastor in the church down there. Wow. Pam Jams, thank you for that link as well. We've got lots of ideas, lots of things coming up. Do you want this mic, Mrs. R.A.?
Sure. What are you guys doing? Is this our stare at the seal contest?
Yeah, I'm winning. We're talking about how good it would be to be eating popcorn right now.
It is good.
Let's see. We are waiting. We're deliberating. We're wondering why it's taken so long. This is the third day, not full day, but the third day, as in date, that the jury has been deliberating.
You're wondering why it's taking so long?
Yeah.
Well, but everybody who calls in has a different opinion on.
They don't need to solve the case. It's not the juror's job. They
Well,
just
but
have to
what
believe
makes you
she's
think
guilty.
they're not doing that? I mean, that's what we're doing.
I think they're told not to solve the case. That's why. So we think that's. Let's see.
Well, Scott, you've done everything you can. I know that you turned off the stream so you could go to lunch.
I went to lunch.
That's your big power play.
That's everything that we normally do that kicks things into high gear. But I'm still smelling popcorn.
So we were at the grocery store, and our youngest came up to me and goes, "Mom, popcorn is on sale." I was like, "Oh, yeah?" And he goes, "It only cost," I don't remember how much it was, $2 and something. And I was like, "Is that a sale?" And he goes, "I don't know, but can we buy it?"
And you gave in. You said
well,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, you can have popcorn. I don't know why he thought I was like, no popcorn for you.
That's why we have popcorn in the house. It smells delicious, I might say.
That's why our kids go shopping with me. Like, you never know what you can get her to buy.
Okay, I need to quit the mail program so it doesn't do that pop-up anymore. All right. Did you tell Jen what I told you to tell her? No, Debbie, I can't even remember anymore what you told me. I have the memory of a goldfish. Like, literally, when I think back, I think of, there was a goldfish once. That's all I have.
What?
Are the children off today in school?
Yes, we are taking fall break, which means I have dejunked the entire upstairs. There is now no more junk on our upstairs floor until the kids reallocate everything from downstairs up there. But just right in this one moment, there's no junk up there.
One room is clean. No popcorn for me. Yeah, I know. What did Mrs. Ari say about you becoming evidence?
Again?
I thought you decided not to do that anymore.
I leave you alone in the office for 1 minute. No, there's nothing we can do about that.
There was nothing we did to do it, which is most important. didn't intend on or attempt to make that happen in any way. So this cord is like I'm tangled up in it.
Did we have enough candy for last night? Yes, but barely.
We won.
We
won. This is what matters.
A fair amount of stress and consternation as like they just kept coming and coming and we kept running out of candy, but we made it.
Call from
Tia. Did you hear what the name was?
Tia?
Tia?
Sheila.
Say it again.
Sheila with a K.
Okay, it's cutting out. Something with a K.
Hold on. Let me put my other AirPod in.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay, it's Kayla.
Kayla.
Oh, Kayla. Okay.
Okay.
Kayla.
We're missing that.
Yes. I guess both AirPods make a difference. Yeah. Okay, so 2 things. One, I think she is guilty, and I don't know why it's taking this long. And 2, I just want to thank both you and Mrs. R.A. for getting me through fall break and getting me for giving me adult conversation because my son is a nonverbal autistic and my spouse is he works for DOD and he was on a conference in Las Vegas. Ooh. So my son was out of routine, and then he goes back to school and catches pneumonia. So he's out of routine again.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I just wanted to thank both of you guys for giving me adult conversation the past 2 weeks.
A little bit of sanity. You've got your hands full, Kayla.
That's
Man.
rough. Do you have to take him to the hospital, or do they give him something?
No,
it's just the routine is so important for those kids.
Yes, it is. They ended up getting him a Z-Pack and breathing treatments.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Man, that's rough.
But
yeah, he's okay. We're on the mend.
That's good.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad you survived.
Yeah.
I'm glad we could help in some small way.
Sounds like it was pretty small. Wow, that's a 2-week period. Good job.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So I very, very much appreciate both of you and your guys' conversations to me and me talking to you guys and not getting an answer back. But you know what?
We're thoughtless that way. So, sorry.
I love it. It's great. I love it. So that's all I needed.
Well, thank you, Kayla. Awesome. Have a happy weekend. Happy Halloween hangover weekend.
Yes.
I will. I am getting away, actually, by myself.
Okay.
So, yes.
Well-deserved break.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Have a good one. Good talking to you, Kayla.
All right. You too. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya. I didn't know that you needed both AirPods in. I thought only one would work, but it definitely made a difference.
Sometimes it just struggles with the audio if there's background noise.
Mm.
Okay. We've got I'm watching Judge Simpson right now and recording it just in case Haley shows up. I know, Josh, you sent me something about another that we can watch. I don't see Haley.
Call from Angela.
Oh, did you?
Angela? No, I answered this one. Another one called it at the same time.
Oh.
How are you doing, Angela?
I'm doing good. Did I call at the same time as somebody else?
Yes.
It was pretty close.
You beat them.
That was a photo finish.
Okay,
Good job.
I heard a candy situation, and I couldn't help but call in. You know how much candy we have here in Sweden? It's like a really good question. Why don't we celebrate Halloween? I mean, there are kids going around, but like nobody decorates. But do you guys, since you love Halloween and everything, do you know what you need? Candy people. It's like a store that's all around Sweden. But there is a warehouse here in Malmö where I live, and you can go and buy candy per pound, the whole box of candy.
Wow. That would be nice before Halloween.
It's just sugar. Just a store full of sugar.
Yeah.
But delicious.
No, it's a warehouse full of sugar.
Sweden does know how to make good treats.
Oh, your chocolate is amazing.
Yeah.
We have to make up for our bad chocolate myth quantity.
We make ours out of old candles. They're more wax than
the
chocolate.
unscented kind, though, so I guess it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we gotta send to U.S. like some candy people store.
Well, if you need an address to ship to, just type !address in chat. That's my PO box. We accept samples. So.
Yeah, I'm all for better
Swedish
chocolate.
Fish, was it you?
Oh yes, Swedish fish.
You
One
like
of your greatest inventions from Sweden, right?
Well, isn't it? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Except for the meatballs.
Except for the meatballs, yes. But we get those at IKEA.
Yeah, but
so.
Yeah, speaking of European stuff, do you know what I found out recently? Lidl has opened up stores in U.S.
Yes, we have Lidl.
And they have some. Yeah, they have some. I don't know if I'm gonna send you, Mr. Are, a picture of a Christmas cookie that I'm eating right now. Actually, that I hope that you can find it in Lidl. It's for some very a reason only Lidl knows. It sends only it's on sale only like September through December or something like that.
Do you know,
so it
Angela,
stops just after Christmas.
The popcorn that was purchased today was purchased from Lidl.
There you go. Must have been on sale.
Ooh, great.
Well, we'll have to go shopping at Lidl. Send me the picture. We'll look for it. I'll give it a try. I'm also, for the record, Thomas and I have a contest. We are looking for those, what was it? The special fish, the Amazonian Swedish. No, it's the orange fishy crackers.
It used to be goldfish, but then they turned them into some sort of crazy.
Somebody tell me what
name.
it is. There's some weird sea bass or something.
Yes,
that
no child can say.
Yeah, I need that package before Thomas. Chilean sea bass. Thank you, AZ Sun Devil.
Chilean?
I'm
can
looking
you see a 2-year-old saying Chilean?
I'm looking for Chilean sea bass goldfish crackers, which taste exactly the same as regular goldfish crackers. But if I get them, then I win. And if Thomas gets them first, then he wins. And he's got an advantage because he's traveling, so he's going through store after store after store. I'm stuck right here. So
you
help
have an
me
advantage,
out.
though. You have a PO box.
Amazon have it? Doesn't Amazon have it?
Yeah, for like $65 a bag.
Okay, we don't want
like
that
$2. I'm not gonna cheat and buy my way to victory. I'll buy them at the store.
Then I should probably not say that once me and my family, the Candy People store that I mentioned earlier, we spent $45 on candy once.
Worth it.
That's one day's worth of food.
Yeah. Chocolate is, I'm gonna probably butcher the name, but it's I'm going to write it in the chat because I'm going to butcher it and probably sound something that is forbidden to say on YouTube.
Yes, please don't say that. Is it LINDT?
LEBKUCHEU hearts. Yeah.
Hearts.
Not going to even pronounce. Yeah.
Okay.
Something hearts.
Using numbers and symbols.
Type that one out for us. And send me a picture of the cookies. I'll try to find them.
Let's see if we had it right. It says for
that's a bad word.
U at the end.
That's a bad word.
It's not a bad
Just
word.
kidding. It's not.
But it stands for N, it's U.
What does it mean?
And it's you.
I have no idea. And any German people here? You know what I'm talking about.
Help us out. What does this mean?
I could Google Translate it, but you're on my phone right now, so I can't.
Also, I don't trust Google Translate.
Well, we're going to give it a try. We'll give it a try. And send me the picture. We'll see if we can find it at Lidl. So
here is the name.
Okay, so, there it is. Lebkuchu hearts.
Oh, I thought you meant that like they put hearts at the end of the word, and that was like a part of the word. I'm like, okay, that's not. You can't be doing that.
Is this like an artichoke heart? Is lebkuchu like the cookie fruit?
No, it's chocolate. It's chocolate.
Oh,
but it's the middle of the chocolate.
And
it could be like a nougat or something.
Is it chocolate? Is it shaped like a heart?
It's chocolate. It's shaped like a heart, and filling is some kind of a berry, which I am not gonna even try to guess which berry. Some blue, I think maybe blueberry. I think it's a blueberry, but I might be wrong.
All right. We'll give it a try. We'll look around for it. I'll put it on Mrs. R.A.'s shopping list for next time around.
So thoughtful. Thank you.
Yep. Angela, thank you very much.
That's cool.
Yes.
Thanks, Angela.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Candy. Who's got candy? Apparently Sweden has it in spades.
Yeah, very good. We were talking some night, I don't remember, somebody was talking about, hey, we should make caramel corn. And I thought, Scott and I used to make caramel corn every single Christmas. But it was...
Making caramel corn, it's like...
It was dangerous.
It's nearly the same level as like working with a nuclear reactor up close. Okay? At
really
any moment,
hard.
it could just end disastrously and possibly take someone's life. But if everything works perfectly, it's delicious.
It's really good, but it's so much work. You've got to get it to just exactly the right temperature, and then you have to pour it so carefully. Don't spill it over anything, but quickly stir it so it gets over all the popcorn. But don't touch it.
Debbie, hang on one second. Let me just explain. Making the caramel corn, like the instructions are, stir this for like 23 and a half seconds at this exact precise thing. And right before it explodes, pour it in here. Like you're waiting for the explosion, and that's like your indicator. And then just before then, you were supposed to do something. It is the craziest recipe I've ever.
So I'm confessional here, Scott.
And it burns. It's molten sugar lava is what it is. And you pour it on popcorn. It tastes delicious once it's cooled down.
Yeah.
But if your hand touches it, if it pops or splats or spills.
Who's that? Teresa. Yeah, I've never told Scott this. There's a thermometer that you can get. You can stick. I'm sorry. I've always been too cheap to get the thermometer, so I
risked my life because you wouldn't buy a $7 thermometer?
Because, yeah, that's why. So, but the thing is, I can
Does anyone know a good divorce attorney? Debbie, thanks for holding. What's on your mind?
Sorry.
Well, this is not why I called, but At 2 makes microwave caramel popcorn that's really good.
Really?
It used to be better.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be better because it came with this giant caramel wafer that you put over the popcorn, and you had some like really gooey spots and some other that weren't so gooey. But then they changed it to where it's like all in one. Before you popped it first, then you put the big caramel thing over it and then stuck it in the microwave again. But then they changed it, and now you just stick it in there, and it's kind of crappy now. But it used to be really good. Anyway, the reason why I'm calling was what I told you to tell her was thank you for letting me have a little gossip session with her the other day. It was so cool. It was like having a little gossip session with an old friend. And I also... Because it was so cool because she was like, oh, my gosh, she said that? It was like I was telling my husband. I was like, it was the coolest thing ever.
You got to share all of the details.
Yeah, it was so much fun. And I also realized, I don't think I've ever thanked you, Scott. The phone-in thing is like the coolest thing ever. I love calling in and talking to you. And I love how the chat can call in and give opinions, and I love this channel, and I love the chat, and I love all of you guys.
Well, I gotta say, Scott gets full credit for that, because when he first said, hey, I want to have like an open phone, I was like, are you crazy?
Everyone I've talked to about that has said it's a bad idea. Everybody.
He is so brave. Like, I wouldn't do that. It's an insane idea. Totally insane idea.
And I develop ulcers daily when we take live calls. I'm always, my fingers are hovering on the button. I'm ready at a moment's notice to literally kill the stream and delete everything, if it ever needed that. But luckily we have an amazing community, and
you're good at getting people off too. Like,
yep. Thanks for calling. We'll see you, Debbie. I'm just kidding.
Bye, Scott. Love y'all.
Debbie, I appreciate your call.
Hey, that's awesome. I'm glad you called in. That was cool.
Yep. Good to hear you. Debbie's awesome. Let's see. Give us a link for a candy thermometer. I'm going to look up how much my life was worth to Mrs. R.A.
Okay.
Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Amazon. I'm going to just search.
Just so you guys know, it's not just candy.
Cheap candy thermometer.
I'm going to totally just out myself here. It's not just candy. When I was very young and married, I did not understand the importance of a thermometer when you cook turkey. And so an entire turkey in the garbage later I was like, okay, thermometers are so important.
$6.98. $6. Here's your link. I cannot believe this.
I'm sorry. I'm glad this is happening in public. I feel a little protected.
That's just, I need to go to chat here just 1 second. Click on this. It's going to end a second.
I don't do candy like that very often. Like, I don't do the kind of candy that requires softball and hardball stages. I don't. It's too complicated, so I just don't do it. But
this is a link to a $6.98 candy thermometer, which could have saved me. I have scars. You guys need to realize I have scars from this. Actual physical scars.
Scott, we bonded.
Yes, and I thought it was like, we're doing the brave thing. No.
Okay, guys.
What else have you subjected me to that we could have fixed for $6?
Call from
Ricky Watson.
Ricky, my friend, how are you doing?
Pretty good. I had a question for you and Mrs. R.A. right quick.
Yeah.
What's up?
Oh. She said something about when she was young and married. Mm-hmm. So, how old were y'all when y'all got married?
Us?
We were younger.
We were
I know
20s?
exactly because we got married in a year that made it very easy to remember.
Oh,
I know.
Okay.
I was in my early 20s. So were you.
We're almost the same age, so early 20s.
Oh, okay. I was 21 when I got married the first time.
So I wasn't far off.
How old were you when you first cooked a turkey, though? This is
without a thermometer.
That part's not required. It's not something that you do right out of the gate.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Mrs. R.A. I ain't never cooked no darn turkey.
You see, it's hard.
Yeah. I'd rather have beef on the grill than anything.
Yep, I can't do that either.
If it's grilled, that's my domain. I cook on the grill. We have a funny story, Rick. If you got just a minute about the grill.
Yes, sir.
Every time we get a new barbecue grill, something happens.
Yeah, like something disastrous.
Like somewhere in the
happens.
cosmos, us buying a barbecue grill triggers a major life event for us. And
and for like the whole world, it was like, I think it's time for another recession. They bought a barbecue.
If I buy a barbecue grill, all is going to break loose. Immediately, my employment status changes every time I buy a barbecue grill.
Yes,
it does. I don't know why.
It's so true. Always for the worst. No, we never get like a raise.
This is why we have an old grill. I'm back. It's like it's not worth it. I'll just make do with what we have, because if I buy a new one, you never know what's going to happen.
I mean, do you honestly need one of those little wire things you stick the meat on? It's just
Aspar says, never buy a grill, please. Tony Zamora, welcome. Oh, as an attorney, brand new member. As an attorney, thank you very much, Tony. Love it. Reach out to me.
At any rate, I just want to give y'all a hard time real quick, because I started laughing when she said, when I was young and married.
Mm-hmm.
We did get married young.
She is still young.
Oh.
And she's still married, just for the record.
It's getting a little dicey, but...
She's a good little lady, R.A.
She is. Thank you, Ricky. Good talking to you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy that steak.
Y'all be careful.
All right. We'll see you. I have to say thank you, Tony, brand new member as an attorney. Tony, reach out to me on the Burner Fund. Love to follow you on social media if you have any of those, so we can connect that way as well. Appreciate that. It's one of the perks as an attorney. If you're an attorney, make sure you reach out to me, like attorney level on membership. We like to stay connected that way.
If you're a real attorney, you probably don't care.
Let's see. We were talking about, hey, from Canada. Let's see. According to shopgoldfishsmiles.com, the Chilean sea bass crackers are gone forever.
What? Why? What happened? Did they have like an outcry from all 2-year-olds? What happened?
It was a publicity stunt, is what it was. We got on late.
Call from.
Ready to go.
Donnie, my friend. can always tell it's you because I can hear me in the background when you call in.
No, that's impossible. You're on. I'm smoking a cigar. You're on. You're on pause. You're just staring down, looking at your phone. Just. Yeah. I was just glad now that you're with your wife. We were discussing earlier about the Venmo because I was going to take my kid to Chuck E. Cheese. I was just wondering if you want to post it now, if you want to just send it
send me the link so we can make sure it goes through. So.
Okay. Well, I can give you. All right. Mine is a little different.
Oh, so you
want it 443? No. 443.
Hang on.
I81 U812.
Okay, I was going to say, you had me worried there when you started.
15
you know
minutes.
Why. 15
Listen, 50, it's only $50. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ari.
Tony, begging for money for his, I'm not sure, I think it's non-existent child who we sang happy birthday to this morning. I'm not convinced he has a child.
Lisa.
Hello, Lisa. How are you doing? Happy Verdict Watch Day.
Good. Oh, yeah. Yay. No, I just wanted to tell Mrs. R.A. that my husband fries the turkey every year now because it turns out so much better.
Does he deep fry it?
If we have a fryer, so we put it on our back patio, and then he takes the turkey and sticks it in that.
So he knows all about the dangers of making candy because you're dealing with almost the same temperature and same danger.
I bake like muffins every weekend, but I've never made candy, so I have no clue.
Candy's
hard. How to even do it. Is it hard?
Yeah, because you have to get it to just the certain temperature range.
It can't be too hot or too cold.
And it depends on what you're trying to make.
Fails.
So like softball, you want it to be softball, which is a certain temperature range, and you want that for like caramel candy. And then you need to get to hardball stage if you want it for more like Jolly Ranchers. So whatever you're trying to create, you have to get it to a certain temperature and then keep it at that temperature for whatever the recipe calls for. And it is like lava. If it ever spits up and gets on you, it will go to the bone.
Yeah. First of all, it sticks to you like napalm pitch.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of because I don't have a greatest safety record in the kitchen. So let's just put it that way.
Me either. I'm constantly grabbing hot pans. Like, I don't know why I would do that, but I do it. It hurts.
Crazy.
Yeah, one New Year's Eve, my husband was trying to slice some stuff with the mandolin, and he took off part of his skin on his finger, and it wouldn't stop bleeding. We had to go to urgent care. That was not fun.
Oh. Yeah, I've heard that those fingertip injuries are incredibly painful because they have so many nerve endings there.
Guess where I
don't ever get a mandolin.
Guess where I touched the hot candy.
Yeah, it's awful. Oh, well, you guys have a great day.
Thank you as well. Thanks for the call. Have a great weekend. Bye.
You too. Bye.
I don't know. I like to think that if the jury is hung right now and they can't come to a consensus on this case, that they're having a conversation a lot like ours right now. That they're like, let's set this on the back burner for a minute. Let's cool off. Let's cool off. Let's talk about something we can all relate to or not, as the case may be. And then we'll pick up the papers again and see if we can rethink this. But
I think that would be really difficult as a jury member to feel like you really can't take a break. I mean, you can. It's legal. But there would be like this urgency to stick with it until you get it solved. And I think that would be really hard if you're not agreeing with each other. Like, how many times can you state your opinion in different ways?
Yeah. I'm sure juries, unless you've served on a jury before, you don't know what you're supposed to do. You've basically been told where to go, what to stand, what number to wear, when to talk, everything up to that point. And suddenly, at the end of the trial, everything switches and you're now in control. And what do you want for lunch? When do you want to eat it? Where do you want to eat it? When do you want to start? How do you want to start? Who do you want to represent you? All of this is in your domain. And a lot of juries struggle. They just don't know. They don't know what they don't know, right? And I think there's
no training course on this.
There should be like a required high school class that says you need to study jury 101, just how jury works. And then if you pass that, then you can become a juror. But
I honestly think that the people who watch shows like this are going to be better able to do that because, I mean, we basically do the debate portion together.
Relin says, being on a jury is like a real life escape room.
What things do
we just
need
can't
to
figure it out.
They call in, can we get a clue?
Bailiff, please, can we just go home? No? Okay. We'll keep trying. It's supposed to be civics class. I did not have it. I had like nothing. I knew there was a jury. I knew that like constitutional study that you had the right to a trial by jury. And
I
that
took
was like
a
the
criminal
limit.
law class, and we did a mock trial.
Mock jury, but did you understand how like juries worked and how?
Yeah, so it was actually cool. What they did with this one is we did the entire trial in front of the jury, and then the jury started to deliberate, and we got to listen to their deliberations. And so we got to hear the questions they had, and as the lawyers and stuff, we were like, oh my gosh, how could, like, I know the answer to that, and I would love to tell you the answer to that, but once they start deliberating, you can't talk to them. And so it was an eye-opening. It made me realize I'm a very bad communicator. I'm not really great at getting an idea across that I thought that I had communicated well. I thought it was super obvious. But as the jury started deliberating, it became clear that there was this huge hole in their comprehension of something that was essential to the case. Now, I don't think most lawyers in real life make that mistake, but I do wonder if back in the jury room, the deliberations are like, wait, I thought he said this. No, I thought he said that. And I don't know. I've never been on a real one.
You know, the John Grisham has a book called, it's like Runaway Jury or something like that. Wasn't that Grisham that had that? I've always thought it would be funny if we had a runaway jury the other way. And they, instead of, you know, coming to a runaway verdict, they just took control. And they're like, look, we can tie up this whole system for $20 a day. We can set a record. We will have
donuts?
book deals all over the place. 1 year, guys. 1 year of your life is all you need. Okay? Just for 1 year. We'll come in every day. The court will feed us. We'll just nobody talk to anybody.
This sounds like something Mr. Beast would come up with.
It's, how many days can we last as a jury? Melissa, I posted one that I have not tried, but I've got a friend who uses, and he loves this one. But I've never eaten anything off of it or used it myself.
What is it?
It's a Traeger grill smoker thing, and they're ridiculously expensive. Yeah, Traeger's like the creme de la creme when it comes to smokers. I think they're really good. I, of course, can't buy one because that's too close to a barbecue grill, and you know what happens if I buy one of those. So we'll never know.
We're protecting you guys.
Yep, it's for your own good. Pit Boss, also a good brand. Let's see. How could the judge be at a funeral and be here if a verdict happens? Catherine, he said he's got 2 appointments today at a funeral home, 2 separate appointments. Ooh. One is a celebration of life, which, you know, it's sad that somebody passed. And then he has something else, another thing, which I don't know, viewing. I don't know what it is. That's later tonight. But either way, it's only 30 minutes away. And he says, you know, if needed, I can come back pretty quick. And so he's basically got his cell phone with him, and the court will call if there's any issue. What if you were gifted a grill? We haven't tried that one yet.
Could be worse. We don't know. World War III.
Big green egg. I've seen those. I'm opposed to the shape.
Why?
Because they're round. And when do you ever cook anything that's round?
Well, turkey's kind of round. You should not.
It's sort of oblong. Like even a turkey roaster pan is sort of oval. I want it to be more functional. We had another. Oh, never mind. We had another person at the door today, and I told him he wanted my opinion on something, and I told him I only give my opinion to people who pay me for it.
At the door?
Yes, I don't like people who come out. I'm just here to put you on a list of what you think and like.
I know.
I'm like, no, I'm not on that list.
Well, Scott was telling me. I don't know if this is a secret. Scott, is it a secret what you're telling me this morning?
What?
About the tents.
Yes.
That's a secret. Okay.
Tents are a secret.
Okay. It's really not that interesting.
I like a square meal. Bob has it.
Nice.
Let's see. Secret tents. Okay, now we have to tell. We have to tell because We had during, you guys saw it because it was during the trick or treat live stream. Somebody came and I was doing my little funny things. I telling the kid that they can eat all their candy tonight. And it's really just a joke on the parents, because obviously the parents not going to want that. And the kid's like, he said I could. And it's just my way of, being funny. And so I told this little girl that she could eat all her candy tonight. And I said it was okay. And her mom's like, oh, you're going to keep her? And I'm like, nope, she's all yours. And she said, oh, it's easy. You could just set up the tents like you had on the porch.
Okay, so the tents, this is embarrassing.
One day, the tents we took down to South Carolina, we had to air out the tents because they were wet.
They were soaked.
They were soaked. It was drenched when we packed them up. So we brought them back here. We aired them out on the porch. For 1 day, they're out there just airing out so we can pack them up again. And it's like, people watch our house. I'm like,
I know.
have no idea who she is.
Why do
and she
you
knew
know
we
that?
had tents on the porch a week ago. But anyway, that's all.
Yeah, that's how I feel about people coming and asking stuff or knowing stuff about us. I'm like, stop. No.
Holly Mack, let me just say I'm a big fan of Wendy's. I'm a big fan of Wendy's. I like the square burgers. You always know where you want to start. With a round burger, you're like, which end? Where's the side? Am I eating the front or the back?
Is this a real problem for you? Wait a minute. I need to think about this.
Which is very normal to do if you go camping. It is. I don't go camping very much, but we went camping. So
and it was very wet.
Don't have neighbors. Hey, Judge is back. Sans robe. I think he just returned probably from the funeral home. Just walking around. I don't think...
It looked like a dress shirt. I don't think he normally wears those, yeah?
I think that was the celebration of life he went to. Maybe when he gets back, he'll ask the bailiff to just poke his head in, see if they have any complaints about lunch or what they have plans for dinner. Wendy's closing 150 more places. It's because they spent all their money on that excellent intern that runs their social media accounts. Wendy's spent big bucks on the social media guy, especially on Twitter. I don't know who or he or she is, but they're really, really good. Wendy's has the fastest drive-through of any fast food restaurant that I regularly frequent as well.
Chick-fil-A's fast.
Yeah, but Chick-fil-A's fast because they employ half the nation at their store. Like,
I love Chick-fil-A.
You have 30 people working there at any given time. Wendy's can do it with 6.
I love Chick-fil-A because they have systemized customer service. Like, their food is okay. I like it. It's fine. But their business structure, their business model is amazing. I absolutely love that they can take a group of people anywhere and turn them all into customer service gurus. It's just, I love it.
Yeah. Wendy's spicy chicken sandwich for the win. Oh my goodness, fanny pack. Love that one. First time I had that, I was in college, Weber State University. I ordered it on accident. I thought it was a regular chicken sandwich. It lit me up. Because I scarfed it down, because it's like you barely have time between where I was going and my class to grab some food. So I grabbed that, ate it, and it was
hot.
It was warm. It was warmer than I expected. I don't know why the call's not working. Let's try this again.
Call from.
Last poet.
Hey, this is R.A. Who's on the phone?
Last poet.
Last poet.
Hey, how you doing, R.A.? Mrs. R.A.
Hey.
Doing well. Long time no talk.
Yeah, well, I've been around. I ain't went nowhere.
Good. What's on your mind?
So the flaps are down. We're decreasing speed and coming into the runway for another verdict.
I've got the button ready to go, but we just haven't heard the word, so we're waiting to see.
Yeah, I
happens.
sent you a message on the burner, on a voice message that I thought she was guilty, and I hope you mark me down.
All right, we'll put you down in the guilty category. I think that puts us to 53 guilty on the phone votes. But
really, that's amazing.
Yeah.
How many?
Well, I don't know.
Like 18.
I think the jury's going to take care of it and do the right thing.
Well, just whatever decision they come to is the right thing. I realize I have an opinion right now, but when the jury speaks, I stand with it. And so I may be wrong now, and I may be right later. But
well, they need to hurry up because Turkey Day is coming.
Don't interrupt my Thanksgiving, whatever you do.
That's right. Yeah, you did a great job, man, and I'm really proud of you and Mrs. R.A. the way you've handled this. And I think that you have the best stream of any and the most beautiful listeners, that just are the greatest.
Fantastic. It's incredible. So.
And Last Poet, you are so impressive. Anytime I put out a video, you're like the first one to comment on it. I'm like, oh, I love Last Poet. This is awesome.
I like looking at that. I taught a couple of my kids at home.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's really cool.
And that's before it was a thing,
Yeah. Well, that is great. So, as far as turkey goes, do you cook? Do you order out? When Thanksgiving?
Absolutely. I grill mine.
You grill it.
Oh, those are so
good. I have a brick grill built under a big oak tree. And I get that fire going the day before. So I have a really nice bed of coals. And then I put the turkey in the morning, and by noon it's finished.
Yeah.
That's
and all your
awesome.
neighbors can smell it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The squirrels sit up in the oak tree and look at me all crazy. And I leave them some skin out there.
Yeah. Maybe I should
and
build
they
a
come
grill.
down and get it. Yeah.
Build a brick oven. That might get me around to the curse of buying a new one. So.
Hey, how's your cat doing? You still got your cat there?
We do. Yesterday he showed up. Remember I had just said that he's not affectionate at all. He only shows up when he wants food, and won't even let you won't even pet you. Yesterday he showed up, came up next to me, just like rubbed against me and just flopped down on his side.
Yeah.
And just everywhere I went, he just came up and just flopped down and wanted to be pet and just wanted to sleep and I didn't even give him any food at the time. There was food in his bowl, but
he misses you.
I'm like, okay, we're back. We're friends
that
again.
was cool the way you came with that cat. It was he was like a neighborhood feral cat, and you got him to come and flop by you.
Well, it's amazing what a little food can do to a cat. That's pretty much how friendship works when it comes to them.
That's pretty stupid, aren't they?
Last Poet, have yourself a great day. Great talking to you. Appreciate it.
You too. I enjoy you too so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. Take care. Bye.
That's so sweet.
From
Somebody had a nasty gram, and it's nice to have him be polite.
Hey, this is R.A. Something you sew. Simani so?
Yes.
Simani so? Simami
See, Nani so, yes.
Nani
I'm a
so.
grandma and I sew. Hey,
nice.
Listen,
Yeah.
great news from Oklahoma. We're glad you're on the air. First time caller, and I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
How do I become a professional trial attender?
Well, it's actually fairly easy, and I would recommend starting very small. So you start. Every community has their own courts, and I would recommend first just going to court and asking the clerk, can I sit in court? What are the rules for court? Every court's different.
Mm-hmm.
You have to sort of get to know that. But once you get a feel for courts and how they operate and how they schedule, you just plan your life around them, and you start showing up at courts and learning when you have to be early, how long security check-in takes, whether or not you're allowed to have a cell phone on or in your pocket or on your person or not at all the different rules. And then I'd take a notepad and paper and just go down and sit down and start watching and talking. And most of what you do is observing. You rarely interact.
How would I get? Yeah. How would I get connected to be your private trial attorney attender?
Well, we look for people who are local because, quite frankly, we can't afford to send anybody anywhere. That's the challenge. So if you have a court coming up that's interesting, that's in your area, just send me a burner phone message and say, hey, this trial's coming up. We might be able to send equipment there. We might be able to, connect into the live pool feed and follow that way. If they have their own Zoom stream, or if there's a way we can use it through fair use, we can look at that and set it up, and then we just talk on the breaks.
Awesome, cool. Well, I love your channel. You're awesome, both of you.
Thank you. I love your interest in the law and the courts.
Yeah.
I hope you get the opportunity to do it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Oklahoma. I was going to sing Oklahoma from the Oklahoma musical. Keith says, question of the day, why does Mrs. R.A. not have her picture in the corner? Probably for the same reason she doesn't have a phone. She doesn't want it there. I love this community. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. R.A. She jumps on occasionally. Here's what it is. I have no room.
No, here's what it is. I don't want to do my hair and makeup, and I need to be able to pop in and out based on my kids' needs. So it's easier to do when you don't know when I've left.
She just disappears and stops talking. 11 and a half hours deliberation.
Call from Riley.
Riley, you're on with Mr. and Mrs. R.A. How are you doing? Oh, Judge is back.
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Judge is back.
With a robe.
He's robed up, Riley. Talk quick.
Oh, I was just going to say I work on a farm and I have a master's degree in forensics. So if you had any questions about either of those things, I'm happy to help.
Oh,
awesome.
That's cool.
Thank you. You heard that, Mrs. R.A.?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was pushing buttons. I didn't hear everything because I made a mistake. Riley, thank you. I think the judge is going to talk to us here right now.
Cool.
We'll catch you later.
All right.
Thank you for the call.
That's awesome.
Bye.
Bye.
She said she works on a farm and she has a master's degree in forensics. So she's
basically
perfect.
halfway criminal.
Well, no.
The farm, having the pigs and everything and get rid of evidence.
What you've got
the master's degree in forensics, you know what they're looking for. I'm just saying, Riley, you've got opportunities. You've got options. Riley, it sounds awesome. Master's degree is hard work. Is hard work in any area.
Yeah.
And forensics, we love that.
And you just to stick with it that long, that's impressive.
Okay, we've got nothing on the audio side yet.
He is reading something. Oh, she's here.
It's all turned on. I've got nothing coming in.
And people are coming in. So this is something more than him just showing up and reading a paper.
I think you're right. We're checking. Let me grab another feed. Okay.
Did she have a hoodie on? A hoodie?
She had a jacket on previously.
Mm. I have to be silent because I can't hear if they're
I'll turn this on so you can hear over there. Does that work? We'll give you some volume. Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's turn 2 off.
What's the punishment if she is found guilty?
Could be up to life.
How old is she?
59 or 62. One of the two.
Still has quite a bit of life left.
There's no pearl necklace. Pearl earrings have been constant throughout. I don't know why this 2 is not working.
Anne says it's a question or how
Here we go.
is her guess.
Here we go.
I think at 2 o'clock I had to go to that I hope no one ever has to go through. And when I got back in the office, the bailiffs actually stuck their head in and said that the jurors planning on working till 5 o'clock. I wanted to bring them out and get no information about where they are, but just to tell them that folks in the building start getting nervous at this time, and the captains come up to me about people staying late and securing the building and whether anyone wants to come back tomorrow and those sorts of things. So I'm going to talk to them about that and ask them to give us some idea. I want them to stay in here and work as long as they're going to work. And I'll stay with them as long as they need to. I have not talked to them about the alternates wanting to be called in if they have a verdict, and that from the moment they tell us they have a verdict, when they receive one, that it will be a minimum of 30 minutes before we have it, because I know y'all have family members that are going to want to be here, other folks that have worked on the case. I expect the DA's office is going to reach out to some of the deputies. I believe the sheriff wants to be here. So it's going to be 30 to 45 minutes before we gather everybody here. So if they don't believe they're going to have a verdict this afternoon and they want to work till 5 o'clock, I may tell them that I'm going to cut everybody loose at 4 and they can stay in here and keep working, kind of like we've been doing, and then find out whether they want to come back tomorrow, which I'm going to discourage. But if they want to, that's what I'll do. And then if not, have them report back on Monday. But I'm going to kind of give them that kind of guidance and see what they are doing. I think you have a conflict in the morning or something. Someone told me you had something doing. But I have a conflict for today, but I have multiple conflicts for today, but we are here. I'm going to...
You're not going to encourage them to keep working just tonight until they reach a decision?
Correct. I'm going to let them make that decision. I will stay here with them as late as they want to.
And we will too, Judge.
But they have indicated that they want to break around 5. I want them to tell me that officially. And if they do, I'm going to tell them if they don't have anything by 4, I'm going to cut everyone else loose for the day and they are free to stay here and continue to work. Because, anyway, if that makes, to the extent that that makes sense. All right. Okay, go ahead and bring them in.
Okay, so nothing from the jury. I'm going to change feeds here. Just 1 second here. Let's go to camera 3. There we go. This is better.
And if they have any
That's
other
Scott.
requests, I would like to go ahead and handle those today, if they do.
So this is going to be pretty telling. Even though the judge says he's not going to say anything. Why does my screen have a spot on it? Do you see that? Is that just me? It is my mouse, sorry. Okay. No verdict yet. The judge is just curious. And this is a place where he has to dance very carefully. Because it was my mouse. It was on the wrong screen. He can't sort of step into where the jury is and say, where are you at? You got like one person hung up on something. He can't go there. But he is going to ask them, what's your schedule?
It must be much warmer in the jury room than it is in the courtroom.
We're going to pause the deliberation timer right now. The jury's being brought back in. We've got a close-up of some.
Hello?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to chat with you a little bit about your deliberations. I am not in any way trying to rush you. I want y'all to take as much time as y'all need on this case. What I want to talk to y'all about is bailiffs came back and told me that y'all wanted to work till about 5 o'clock, which is fine. But I want to talk to you before that to update you on a couple things I don't think we've talked about since I dismissed y'all to the jury room Wednesday. First, when I spoke with the alternate jurors and dismissed them, they are still on call. They all want to be here for the verdict, understandably so. They've invested 4 weeks of their time, so they want to be here when y'all reach a verdict. There are numerous other interested parties, witnesses, family members who also all want to be here when a verdict is reached. Some of them are on site and some of them are off site. It will take no less than 30 minutes up to 45 minutes for us to get everyone here for the verdict. So I want y'all to understand that there will be a delay once y'all reach a verdict and the reasons for it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is this is about the time of day and week where folks in the building start getting nervous. Not because of y'all, but because they have to start getting in people to keep the building open. People think I have a lot of control. I have very little control. I have significant powers of persuasion, but I have to get permission from court staff to keep the building open. I have to let the people at the county commissioner's office to let them know that we're going to keep the building open. We have to talk to the person who regulates the thermostat to either keep it on or off or turn it down or whatever. So I want y'all to continue to work here this afternoon and this evening as long as you want to. I would like to, at some point, to be able to tell court staff whether we need to stay. They need to have additional personnel on call to come in and keep the building open and notify anybody else that may happen, and whether or not. So I want y'all to kind of assess for yourselves whether y'all are close or not, whether y'all want to continue to work throughout the afternoon, whether y'all want to break around 5 o'clock, whether y'all want to keep going till about 6 o'clock or later. Again, whenever. I'll be here till 2:30 if that's what you want. All right. The lawyers will also do the same. They are not in a rush to leave. They want y'all to take as much time as you want. So I'm just letting you know, you tell us what you're going to do, we will make appropriate action. If y'all do not believe that you're close to reaching a verdict today, but you want to stay and work till 5 or 6 or 7, that is perfectly fine. Kind of like last night, I would tell them, we'll come back on Monday if y'all reach a verdict tonight or tomorrow. So that would be the other thing, is I have kept the building open on Saturday. I've had many juries come back on Saturday morning and deliberate. I'm not going to encourage that, but I will.
What's a mini jury?
Go along with that if that's in fact what you want to do. When we've had juries come back on Saturday, a lot of times they want to come back at 10 and work from 10 to 2 and then take the rest of the afternoon off. Again, that is up to you, but what I would like for y'all to do is kind of go back, talk among yourselves, and give me some report to the best that you can, what y'all would like to do for the rest of today, whether y'all anticipate maybe getting a verdict tonight, whether you do not anticipate getting a verdict tonight, whether you want to come back tomorrow if you're going to continue to work, or whether you want to come back on Monday. Is that somewhat clear? All right, if y'all could do that, and y'all can just give me a report in writing to the bailiff, and then I'll inform the lawyers. If y'all want to continue to deliberate, do not believe that y'all would get a verdict today, I would probably tell the lawyers and the family that they could be excused around 4 o'clock. If there's any questions or evidence that y'all want to review today, let us know in the next 30 minutes, and then we will do that, and then we will excuse whoever for the day, okay? So if y'all would do that and then give me a report back, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
It was a lot of words, but it sort of had to happen. If not now, then later. I mean, there's no way around it. He has to schedule. He has to tell somebody. He's got people. He has to say, hey, we need some deputies here. We need a janitor. We need somebody who can monitor or change the scheduling of the AC in the building. It all has to be done. And for him to,
all right. Any issues with any of that? All right. Well,
no issues. So no objections.
Hang loose until we get some report from them, and then I'll update y'all and I'll give y'all some suggested course of action.
Hang loose. All right, this is the best I can do. Hang loose.
I'll bring y'all back in.
Okay.
I mean, I know the folks in the back are going to want to know too, because they have the
camera.
They have the watch party going on online. Watch party.
Who has? Just people?
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something. I'm quite astounded, actually.
Wow. So, welcome to the watch party. I'd like to thank the judge for the shout out. Apparently they don't know. Amber.
Okay, hang
You
on.
just got called out by the judge again.
Okay, whoa. I did not hear that. What happened?
Okay.
He said that there's the media has a watch party going on for the verdict.
Everybody who's following the trial is doing a verdict watch. This
Are
is
they?
this is every yes. Everyone does verdict watch. We're watching for the verdict. It's not a watch party. I mean, yes, I was talking about popcorn, and candy.
I bet you he had your channel up.
Did he say Recovery Addict?
No.
No, he didn't. He said some people have
a timer.
He said something, a verdict watch.
So now
stream.
attorney Michael Ray is going to be like, "Is there a Recovery Addict? It's that little man in the corner, isn't it? I know it's him. It's got to be that guy."
I was waiting for the defense attorney that said, "Who is?" I just knew he was going to say, "Who? The little man in the corner?" I was going to die laughing. Yeah. That's who he's talking about.
What's funny
they're
is
in evidence.
This is the first time for this court that they've had a big TV trial. I mean, this judge is old school. I love him. Does a great job. But the whole televised trial thing is very new here. I mean, he's up with the tech. He's probably the most advanced technologically of anybody in the courthouse. But being on TV is different, and he doesn't know that there are a lot of people that are interested in true crime, in the law, in court cases, in just news in their area, and so it seems like my little job, what I do every day, people would come and watch that, says the judge, and the attorneys are the same. That's maybe they need to know that the little guy in the corner has a lot of people watching.
So everybody doesn't panic. Can you restart your verdict watch clock, because everybody's panicking that the clock has stopped.
Yeah.
And second,
it's more of
Kat
an
has
estimate.
motioned for us to. Well, the clock isn't moving. That's the point. And can you? I see that. Can you rewind and just replay that bit from the judge?
Yeah, I can do that. I've got that here. Let's see.
Happy Friday, y'all. Happy November 1st. How did we get here already, y'all?
I know, it's crazy.
How is it November?
Oh, I need to do finances. It's a new month. Dang it.
Sorry.
It's fine. I won't do it.
Okay, hang on. I've got to find out where he
Just
says
think
this.
where we started. We were about this time of year when you were about a month in to Daryl Brooks.
Yeah, at least we have finances to do. 2 years ago, I was like, nope, I don't have to.
It could be worse. Not having any finances to do is a worse predicament.
I wasn't really saying for the finance part. I was just saying for the case.
All right, here we go. Amber, at your request, I'm going to hang up on you and play this. Okay, bye.
Will it come through my headphones? Will I hear it?
No, you'll hear it over the other one. Okay, so this is what the judge said just a moment ago as the jury's leaving. Oh, let's go full speed, sorry. Jury steps out. Anybody have any problems with that? Jury's leaving.
All right, any issues with any of that? All right, we'll hang loose until we get some report from them, and then I'll update y'all, and I'll give y'all some suggested course of action.
Do you want us to hang loose here, and you'll just come back and tell us, or you want Tracy to text us?
I'll bring y'all back in.
Okay, then I'll just call my office.
I mean, I know the folks in the back are going to want to know too, because they have the watch party going on online. Watch party.
Who has? Just people?
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something. I'm quite astounded, actually.
Okay, I'm going to go back. Here's what I'm going to do. Stop. We'll cut to live. I'm going to go back and see if I can tune that up a little bit.
That was pretty awesome, though. Watching the lawyers, they're like, "What? What's a watch
It was
party?"
Michael Ray. It was attorney Michael Ray, the little man in the corner comment guy, that said that. So let me run this audio. Let me run it into my fancy editing machine. I've already got it on replay, but now I'm gonna tweak the audio a little bit.
Okay, inquiring minds want to know: is anyone else doing a watch party right now?
Yeah.
Who?
LNC, Court TV.
Okay.
Anybody else who's following this, and there are plenty of channels that are following this case, and everyone's on verdict watch. That's what it's called. I mean, the attorneys are on verdict watch.
They just did not know it was called that.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm running this into my machine. Real time, 3, 2, 1, and cut. I'll import this down.
Call from Riley.
Riley, thank you. Thank you for waiting. Thanks for calling back. You called back a minute ago, right? You're the master's degree in the farm, and you're not a criminal.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to insinuate that
No.
you're an aspiring mass murderer.
It's okay. I've been described as adorably morbid, so I understand.
Okay, good. What's on your mind? You have my full attention right now.
Oh, I was just going to say you really need to clip that somebody's hosting a verdict watch so that you can play that soundbite whenever we go to a verdict watch because it's just so good.
Oh,
I think that's a great idea. Let me see if I can. See, I've got the clip in my timeline. Let me just run a little bit of edits on this. Let's clean it up for audio.
so Riley, what do you think of this case?
I personally think she's guilty.
Okay, how come?
I think her phone calls are very suspicious. The way that she talks to other people. I think if she was innocent, she would have answered some of those questions a little differently when asked about where blood would be or what happened in the house. The fact that she was saying it's clean and nothing happened up there. Why would I know anything about any of that? She was answering all these questions very calculated with the answer is no instead of the answer is how on earth would I know any of that? I had nothing to do with this. And I feel like an innocent person would be on more of a defense of why on earth would you think I was thinking that way? Why on earth would you think I did that? Rather than of course it's clean. We had the investigator look, not of course it's clean. I didn't shoot him,
Riley, I think it's just hilarious that in the background I hear a murder of crows.
Yes. Yeah. I'm outside doing farm work. It was raining all morning, so I'm trying to catch up this afternoon, but I have a bunch of llamas looking at me like I'm crazy. They're like, who on earth are you talking to right now?
Okay, so I've got to ask you some farm-specific questions because we don't always get to talk to real-life farmers.
Yeah.
Kubota or John Deere?
Kawasaki.
Kawasaki.
Oh.
Okay. All right. That's the first one. Let's see. Milk cows or beef cows?
Beef cows currently. I have worked on a dairy though, so I am pretty partial to some Holsteins and some Jerseys. I think they're real great, but I lived my whole life on beef Angus, so I am pretty partial to some beef cattle too.
Okay, so round bale or square bale?
Round bale, easier for me. I
Can
have
you
to
lift
carry
one by
square
yourself?
bales by hand, not a round bale. I use the tractor. Yeah.
Have you seen the police officer who flips the round bale
square bale
off the freeway, just leg day? Just
yes.
Oh my
I
goodness,
have.
that was amazing. Awesome. What's your favorite animal to pet on the farm?
Probably the pigs. They're pretty fun. They have big personalities.
They do. Awesome. I raised pigs growing up, and they have each individual has its own personality.
Absolutely.
Dream job.
So I'm actually applying to law school right now because I can't figure out what I want to do with my life. So I just keep going to school till I figure it out. And so I hope to one day be a criminal defense attorney. I think that would be my dream job.
That is
Very
awesome.
cool.
And I think you're going to get it. I think that's amazing.
Thank you.
That is awesome, Riley. Congratulations. Thanks for answering my random questions.
Wait, I have more questions. Yeah. So why a defense attorney rather than a prosecutor?
I really like justice. I really like standing up for people who are, in a predicament. I think there's a lot of situations where people are just, really sure that the state got it right, and there's a lot of times when the state didn't get it right. And I think there's a lot of times where I could ethically not support cases that have gone to prosecution, and I want the ability to be able to say with, my whole gut that I, am supporting this person and trying, even if, they are guilty, part of you need a good defense attorney to be able to make sure that person gets something fair, that the state can prove it, and that they are, getting all of the rights that are required by our Constitution here in the United States. And so I think that's something that I can always 100% stand behind. And putting people away for funsies doesn't always sound like something I want to do.
Yeah.
It's a little harder to sleep at night, right?
Yeah. Okay. I like it.
So that is awesome.
Yeah.
Riley, we're super excited. We are 100% behind you and excited for you to endeavor to delve in. And here's my one request. When you make it big and you're the big lawyer in town, and can you let us film your trials? Is that
yeah? If they'll let me bring a camera in the courtroom, I'll say RA has exclusive TV rights.
That is awesome. Riley, thank you very much. Good talking to you.
Yeah, thank y'all. Have a good day.
You too.
See ya.
Bye. That's awesome. I just imagine her out there on the Kawasaki tractor with the law book, studying as she's driving. That's just really cool. Okay, I'm playing with the audio here. It might be a mess here. Let's see what it looks like.
Too, because they have the watch party going on online.
That's pretty clean.
What?
Watch party.
Who is? Just people?
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something.
I never knew so many people.
Hang on. I never knew. What did he say? I never knew so many people had. Let me slow this down.
I never knew so many people.
I think it's another little slight. Hang on one second. We're going to crank this audio. We really got to hear what Mr. Ray said here. This might be really loud, but here we go.
I never knew so many people.
Were that challenged? Were that jealous?
I never knew so many people.
He's the little man.
I never knew so many people.
What's he say?
I never knew so many people.
I'm quite astounded, actually.
I never knew so many people.
I don't know. I need to do some more work on that.
Blackbird.
Hey, Blackbird. This
Hey,
is Scott. How are you doing?
You know, while you're fixing your audio.
It'll confuse everybody. I'll turn it off. Go ahead.
I don't know if in the time that I called you got it, but he said I didn't know so many people watch trials, or trials was the last word I got.
Watch trials. Well, okay, we're going to listen to I Never Knew So Many People Watch Trials. Ready? Here we go.
I never knew so many people.
It says with that. Or, I just don't hear watched in there.
I can't hear it, so I'm just pretending.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, you can't hear it on your side.
I can't hear it either.
I hear it in my ears, and everyone else hears it, but you and Mrs. Ari can't, the way I've got this set up.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Michael Ray, give us a call after the trial's over. We'll talk. Little man in the corner, and you.
Yeah. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Have you tried the new orange Mountain Dew?
I have not. I waited years. I mean, for most of my growing up years, I mocked my brother for drinking Mountain Dew, and I called it all the bad names. I'm like, so this is literally like, I called it deer. Anyway,
I know what you called it.
Yeah, I made fun of it, and then I finally tried it. I'm like, this is good. Not good for me. This is good. I like it. But they've done like Reese's did, and they made like 60 different versions of themselves.
Yeah.
And not all of them are good. And I have tried some of the other ones. I'm like, this is not good. And I've stopped experimenting. It's like we've got perfection.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It's sparks with orange flavor. It's orange. It's orange. It's nothing special. You might as well grab a crush.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was just curious. And I grew up on a dairy farm. I had a few different answers to those questions, but I'm not going to hate on another farmer. So,
my wife
has
definitely
square mills.
My wife was a pig keeper. I like to say that she was a pig keeper.
A pig keeper.
In 4-H.
Yeah, I don't love that.
4-H. She had a pig.
Yeah. We had pigs too, and I would be out there for hours. You know, I was a kid. I'd just be out there in my own little world with like this piglet kingdom of, you know, you don't want the mama to squash them, so you kind of, I don't know. Anyway, so I was just short of dressing them up, the little piglets in little outfits. They were mine.
You were Fern in what's that?
Yeah.
What is that called?
Oh, definitely.
No,
I was definitely Fern.
Oh, help me out. What is the name of that
Charlotte's
movie?
Web.
Yeah, Charlotte's Web.
Yeah.
I thought it was Vern.
It's a book too.
It is a book.
It was a book before it was a movie. I didn't know it was a movie.
Yeah.
But
I think they've made several versions of
Yep.
it. Yeah. The book is harder because it deals with death a lot more, and it deals with the harder topics that sort of get lost in the movie.
It is. It's good. Kids need to learn about loss and life and good principles. I fell into a manure pit on my farm when I was little. There's a life lesson for you.
I know someone who did as well and almost died, like almost drowned in it.
That's terrible. In many, many ways.
Well, it was always the big thing, you know. Grandma just every day like, don't go around the manure pit.
Yeah.
So,
ours was really bad because it was frozen, so they got out on it while it was frozen, then they broke through, and it was bad. Is the judge?
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know, but if I play this, thanks, Blackbeard Speaks. Bye.
Yep.
If I play it backwards, it's going to look really funny, and I'm all for doing that.
Are we watching a replay right now, or
no? This is live. I think we're live. Let's see. Go to the end. Source end. Where are we at?
All right. It's my understanding y'all want to go ahead and break for the day and resume deliberations on Monday at 9 o'clock. Is that correct? And that's perfectly fine. I'm sure y'all are tired.
They're hung.
I know I am. I will tell y'all, just similarly as I was telling you before I dismissed y'all about gathering folks up, that's going to be an issue. I have an additional issue next week in that I have court scheduled every day for an entire day for the entire week. That's not your problem and not your concern, and it's not the first time I'll be juggling a jury and other matters. It will just take time for me to, because I don't think we have a free courtroom for me to use for my other calendar. So it'll be me sending whoever's in the courtroom out and then bringing whoever needs to be here for whatever we're taking up with y'all in. But that should not, don't let that impact anything y'all are doing other than what I've told you about. If you have multiple questions, multiple things you want to review, do that. It'll take somewhere around 30 minutes for us to get everybody back in here to do those things. So continue to work while you're doing that, or it's a good time for y'all to take a break, go get coffee, stretch your legs, whatever. It is, again, critical, and this is probably the most dangerous moment, especially in a case of this nature in terms of somebody communicating and reaching out to you. We have obscured your information so nobody knows outside who you are. My bigger concern are the people who know you, who are part of your inner circle that knows that y'all are in this case. Do not let them talk to you about the case at all. to the extent you can stay home and sleep and watch college football tomorrow,
go team. Go team.
But to the extent y'all can do that and stay away and out of public eye, that would be fantastic. If something happens, remove yourself from the situation immediately. Let the bailiffs know first thing, and we will talk to you and address it first thing. As long as you immediately remove yourself from the situation and no one says anything of significance to you, that's fine, and I know that you're not going to intentionally do that. But, again, be especially careful if you use social media. Be very careful if you're on it over the weekend. If you like to review news,
don't.
This has been picked up by local news, been picked up by Atlanta station news, and it's been picked up by various national news media organizations, including the folks that are in the room in the back. So just be especially careful. Don't talk to anyone about the case. Look up anything about the case. Look up anything about the law. I'm not going to say, like I said, if you're watching Law and Order or something like that, that's fine. Just remember that what they're talking about may or may not have anything to do with the law in Georgia or how things work here. Y'all are free to go back and deliberate as long as you want to for the rest of the day, or be dismissed for the end of the day. I'm not going to give you any additional instructions or make you come back in here. Any questions, comments, concerns about anything from y'all? All right. Y'all can be excused. Have a good weekend. Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. Go Dogs.
From Nani.
Nani, give us just a minute here. They're just excusing
Okay.
the jury. They might say something, so we might have to. You won't be able to hear it, so.
All right, and with that, y'all can just be on call starting at 9:30, like we have done the last couple of days, and I'll let you know when we know anything. All right.
All right.
And if anyone wants to file Rule 22s for my non-jury civil calendar on Monday, y'all are welcome to.
Hey. Yeah, let me do that. Let's do a Rule 22 with the judge here real quick. Non-jury civil calendar. All right, Nani, welcome. Let me go.
Yes.
Let's go right here.
I'm calling back. I have one quick question.
Yeah.
Have you discussed why she never stands for the jury?
Yes, and I don't like it. I don't agree.
Oh.
The attorney, at one point we thought there was some talk about her being like a back injury, but she's been able to jump up and down and run out of the courtroom and carry a bag and everything else.
Right.
I don't think that's actually there. Her lawyer, during closing argument, said she stays seated because she has a right to a trial by her peers, and you are her peers. You're her equals, so she's not going to stand for you. And so I'm sitting with her in solidarity. And that, I think, was...
That's not a good move.
I don't think so. We went back and looked at the early days of the trial. At least as late as day 2, all the lawyers were standing. Starting day 3, the second lawyer remained seated with Melody, possibly to make it look not so bad that she was the only one seated.
Yeah, it just seems very disrespectful.
Yeah, because the next trial he's not going to do that. His next trial he's going to stand.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you
Have a
very
great
much.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so the gist of this, the judge is asked some questions and said, "What's up? Are you guys want to stick around and work late? Work tomorrow? We've got all these options." And they said, "No, we want to go home and start again on Monday. On Monday, we want to go home now and start on Monday." It's 3:30. It's early in the day. If they're going home now, there's some that are feeling frustrated. There are some that are like, oh, we need a break. So this is looking more and more like a hung jury. I'm going to go back again and play this sound effect again or the sound bite. I just want to.
Can you fix it so I can hear it?
Can I fix it so you can hear it? Only through those speakers over there. I can't put it through your headphones.
Okay.
Do you have the remote? Oh, I do.
It's okay. That's just great.
Okay. there we go. Test, test. Okay, can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Getting to the right point. And here we go. Okay, so this is what the judge said that we found so interesting.
So I know the folks in the back are going to want to know, too, because they have the watch party going on online.
Okay, so as he's talking about this watch party, let me go to the edits page. We've fixed this a little bit. We cranked the volume so we can hear what Mr. Ray specifically says.
Too, because they have the watch party going on online.
The what?
Watch party.
Who is? This people?
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something.
I never knew so many people
Are that challenged? I never knew so many people are that challenged.
I heard without sense.
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something.
I never knew so many people
I'm quite astounded.
Laura.
All right, I'm not sure what it says, but Laura, are you there?
I am.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I think he's saying I never knew that there are some people that have channels, like YouTube channels.
Could be.
That's what I'm hearing.
He practices too much law and needs to get out and watch YouTube more. So there are a lot of channels.
I know. That's what it sounds like when I keep listening to it. So I don't know, but it sounds like he's saying something about channels. But
well,
maybe
I would love for an opportunity to talk to Mr. Ray once this case is over. I know he doesn't like what we did. We did nothing wrong. He doesn't like the impact it had on his case. I know he would argue that Martha Jane did something wrong, but the judge ruled against him on that one. So just like we side with the jury, whatever the verdict is, that's water under the bridge.
Yeah,
anyway.
And Martha Jane is a treasure, so I have nothing bad to say about her.
She's a national treasure. She's amazing.
Exactly. Well, thanks for taking my call. It's the first time calling and
not a problem.
Watcher, so
it's really easy to call, huh? I'm rarely ever am I mean to somebody. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
You're amazing. So thanks again for taking my call.
Have a great day. We'll see you.
All right, you too. Bye.
All right, so we're done. We have an early afternoon out. It's rare, but that's where we are. It's going to be a little bit difficult tomorrow. Try slowing it way down. I can do that. Okay, let's...
I think the problem is somebody else is talking over right then.
Okay, let's play this like 80% speed.
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something.
I never knew so many people
Okay, I can't play it that way slow. I have to go back to the other edit page to play it slow. Just 1 second. Let's take this call. I'll get it.
Call from Sarah.
Hello, Sarah. This is R.A. and Mrs. R.A. Sorry. I can remember who you are. How are you doing, Sarah? It's Friday.
Hi, good. Yeah. I just wanted to say you been missing a whole bunch of super chats and stuff.
Oh no. Cielo gifted 10 memberships. Thank you very much. I've been focused on the screen when this happens.
I know.
Thank you, Cielo. Let me back up a little bit. Sarah Sherwood. Is that you, Sarah? Congratulations. Sarah. Next time a big event happens, the first thing I'm going to think is did R.A. buy a new grill?
That's fair.
That is a legitimate question, and I wish we had case history that would say no, it doesn't always happen like that. It does. Every time. I've had 3 grills, and think back to the last time you had a major disaster in your life, either emotionally, whatever. It was probably when I bought a grill.
Well, the first one caused or didn't cause, but it happened right before the recession.
Yes. Oops.
Sorry.
My bad, guys.
Also, we lost our
taken
job.
Ownership of that.
And the second one, I don't remember the second one. The third one had the East Coast had all of the gasoline lines were shut down or something. All of the gas was like at a premium, and there wasn't enough gas to go around. There are literally people who were putting gasoline in like grocery bags in their back of their car. And I figure that we're gonna let natural selection take care of that one. So
Darwin for the win. Yeah.
So that happened right after we bought the last one. I don't remember the one in the middle.
Bad things happen when I buy a grill. So
Well, do you buy new ones?
Yes.
Because my husband always just gets used ones, so maybe you need to just get
Maybe
used
that's
ones.
the trick.
Lightly used.
but I'm not sure I'm like up to like risk it, you know? 'Cause if a used one still causes the same effect,
why not get new?
I could have got a new grill at least out of it. So.
True.
Sarah, thank you. Congratulations on 9 months, by the way. I appreciate you.
All right, love you guys.
Yep, we'll see you.
Bye.
Bye. Last Poet member for 20 months. OG. Best channel ever. Love you all. Thank you, Last Poet. Good to talk to you on the phone as well. Grommy sends a super chat, waving at the judge from the corner. Hey. Oh, sorry, I said Grommy. Nomi, as in garden gnome, with the G's silent. Sorry, I'm going to answer the phone and read these at the same time.
RDB.
Oh, RDB. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to read a couple things and then we can talk. Salty Girl says a watch party with a little guy in the corner. 18 months already. It's been the best. Congratulations, Salty Girl. Patricia, thank you for the super chat. They made it sound like we were weird. It sounded non-complimentary. The tone. I never knew so many people were, and then whatever he said.
Now, maybe he was like, so many people were amazing.
But
that's what he said.
Ardent followers of my litigation style.
Of
no,
my
that's not what he
chosen
said.
profession.
No. VZ baby. VZF baby. Never knew so many people had that much time, maybe? That could be it. Had that much time. I'll listen to it again and see if that's it. We'll see if we can slow it down for you. Angelique, what are the strange... what were that strange or watched trials? I hear both. Shelley Kelly, member for 3 months. I saw... and then everything just disappeared. I saw a crime recap. A woman poisoned her husband's Mountain Dew trying to kill him. Interestingly, since Gary loved him some Mountain Dew. Yeah. It's like similarities.
Hi, Mrs. R.A.
Hi, Mrs. R.A.
Okay.
No, she's just saying the similarities between this case and the one the crime recap she saw.
And the reality that you like Mountain Dew and I'm right here.
No, she's not insinuating anything. Shelley, no, I know you didn't mean it that way. Let's see. Shelley, thank you for that. AZ, member for 7 months. Woot woot. Congratulations. Kelly DD says, happy weekend. Slow down. Sounds like watch trial. We're going to slow it down in just a minute. Is it RDQ? RPDQ? All the letters. Who's on the phone? Sorry.
RDB.
RDB. Oh, I was so close.
No,
RDB.
not PDQ.
Yes. What's
I wanted to say, well, 2 things. Hello, Mrs. R.A. I have so much admiration for you. I tried to homeschool for 1 year, and that was only because we were in another country.
And we had, that's tough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 kids in a foreign country was interesting. But
you have my respect.
Oh, well, no, I quit after that year. I was done. I was like, no, you can have them back, thanks.
That's the limit.
But on the subject of what is the attorney saying, I think that the problem is his accent. I think he's saying watched trials, but it's coming out watched trials.
Okay, I'm going to slow it down. You won't be able to hear it. Sorry, that's just the way it works. But let's see if we can play it here at about 75%.
I want to know too, because they have the watch party going on online.
The what?
Watch party.
Who has? There's people?
Somebody's hosting a verdict watch. Something.
That was it. I never knew so many people watch trials. I heard it there. I never knew so many people watch trials.
Well, that's inoffensive.
Well,
yeah, I think it's good. Wake up, people watching trials out here in these true crime streets.
Yep. And we're watching you as well. Watching the judge. The little man's got his eye on everybody. So, RDB, thank you. Thank you very much.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good one.
Yep. We'll see you. Tickled Pink says, that's what I've been saying all along. I've been saying, yes, I saw watch trials, but it wasn't until I slowed it down that I heard it. Do you have any info about Haley and Judge Simpson? No. Only that I didn't see her appear in court. It might have been handled off docket. I mean, like off the broadcast.
It's a third. When was that going to be? The second?
It was going to be, it's going to be the 1st, I thought. November 1st. Or 11th?
I want to say the 3rd, but that is a Saturday, isn't it? So that doesn't make any sense.
It's always on a Friday. He always does the landlord-tenant stuff on a Friday. Thanks, RA. We all said that an hour ago. But I just heard it, Megan. That's what I'm saying. Not many people know they're online. My coworkers look at me crazy when they see it on my phone. Crystal H, how's Verdict Watch going? We're done for the day. The jury at 3:30 says, we want to go home. We'll come back on Monday. So I heard have channels the first time, Laura, right? That's what I heard. I never knew so many people have channels, but now I can hear so many people watch trials. You could have acted more professional. More interesting than 1 hour fiction TV dramas. It's true. I think he was just surprised. A whole new world for them.
Yeah, I think so.
I would love to talk to him. I think he's a great guy, honestly. He did a great job on his closing. Michael Ray, we're talking about the attorney, the guy who called me the little man in the corner. I'd love to do an interview with him after this is over. I'd love to do an interview with the judge after this is over, if that's something he does. Obviously, you probably wouldn't be able to comment on a case, but just talking to the judge about court and about technology and about just some of the generals, it would be fascinating. I'd love to do that. Wear verdict eyebrows. That's Brandy's thing. I wore them when we were on with Brandy. I have not ordered any more since then. Okay, no context till trial's over. That's the rules. No context till trial's over. Anyway, with that being said, it's Friday. It's Halloween part 2, right? Because we're still eating the candy from Halloween part 1.
It actually, today is something, All Saints Day or something?
And tomorrow's the Day of the Dead.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I can't remember. There are a couple of that are right next to each other.
Yeah. It's Day of the Dead today. Yeah, I think Halloween's the day before the Day of the Dead. Okay. It's Halloween cleanup.
Yeah.
It's Parent Tax Collection Day. So we need to make sure we enforce that properly. But Portugal, it's All Saints Day. Best time of the year. Love Halloween. Love the candy. It's good. I want to say a special thank you. A special thank you to my wife, Mrs. R.A. Jen, I can't see you right now because there's a computer between.
I can just see an Apple computer.
If I move this computer out of the way somewhere, like that way, there we go. Now I can almost see you.
Nice. Hi. How you doing?
Thank you for being on the channel. Thank you so much. I love talking to you. I love your hot take on just about everything we're doing, even though many times you're wrong.
Yeah?
And by wrong, I mean you don't agree with me. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to painting this weekend.
I know. I'm
not.
This is just the reality. ID Junkie paints.
Yep. It's awesome. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking some time out of your busy day.
Yeah, no, I love it. I love coming on and talking with you guys. You're awesome.
All right. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love, smile at someone, make their day just a little bit better, and please stay safe till we go live again Monday morning. Verdict Watch will continue. The jury decided we want a break. Give us a break. The rest of the weekend off to ourselves. We'll be back on Monday. We'll see what happens after that. So let's hold our breath. Monday it is, right? Verdict on Monday. Apparently, the 11% of you who chose what's on your schedule for next week are currently the winners in our poll, by the way, on how long will the jury deliberate. All the rest of us lost. And I've lost over and over because I keep saying, this is it. Next 2 hours. Yep, jury's about to come back. I can feel it. It's not working. Runkle charity stream tomorrow. Yes, please, if you've got some time to pop on and even just liking the stream is a big help. Even if you're not able to make a donation or bid or something, the prices go off the charts. You guys just like it and be there. I might pop on a little for that as well. You guys have a good weekend. We will see you on the charity stream, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
I was kicked back, taking it easy.
He's the guy.